Hello. All right, y'all. I think we got a little bit of ambiance. Can y'all see? Pull us here. Hey, Facebook. Hey, Instagram. All right, y'all. So it's a few minutes before we have to catch our trip, that our driver's going to be here. So we can go on back to the States, right? So flying in today. And just wanted to do a quick recap of our mastermind. So I got Facebook going, I got Instagram going, and wanted to come on here. So just to give you guys a little bit of insight, we came. This trip was planned a year ago. I'm a part of a Black digital marketers mastermind group. Okay, probably some of the top digital marketers that you know in the world. Um, uh, the Black digital marketers. So you will see a lot of big names in our community, and a lot of well-accomplished folks doing some really big things in this community. And we come together to really help each other win. We help each other solve problems. We talk each other through what we're building and what we're creating. We come together to bring out the best in each other. Okay, so it's probably over 100 of us. But as far as the females are concerned, I would say in our group it's probably maybe about roughly 25, 30 women. Yeah, a lot of big, amazing people doing big things. And you probably are familiar with a lot of them. But anyway, so we wanted to put together, Danticia, one of our superstars, my good friend, wanted to put together for the women to come together and connect, because it's all good to be digital, doing your own thing, but we really are stronger together. So she had a goal of bringing us together and doing this mastermind. So we were supposed to do it last year. Obviously, y'all know what happened. COVID happened, and we were able to push it back until this year. So we came last Thursday. We were supposed to stay until Sunday. Half of them left Sunday, and the other half of us chose to stay a little bit longer. Like me, I was supposed to leave Sunday, and I woke up, and my spirit every morning when I woke up was like, you need time here. Like, you really need to stay, and you really need time to yourself. Like, you need to soak in where you are, give yourself an opportunity to like embrace what you're experiencing and don't rush through it, right? So I woke up on Sunday and was supposed to take a flight back, and my spirit was like, no, like, call Delta, tell them you want to change your flight, call your husband and let them know you want to stay longer and stay. And so I did, and y'all, it only cost me 38 cents to change the date. 38 cents, right? So at first I thought I was gonna stay and work. I had all this stuff that I was like, yep, I got projects I gotta knock out, I got stuff I need to work on, I got launches I gotta put together. And my house worked fine up until Sunday. My computer worked fine up until Sunday, right? I was able to do little knick-knack things. And we got to the location where we are at now, and my computer just died on me. It was just like, it won't turn on. It wouldn't let me do anything. So I told the girls, I said, I believe this is just God saying no. Like, stop. Like, just, it's okay to rest. It's okay to take time out. It's okay to turn the computer off. You do not have to have a computer in your face everywhere that you go. And so I haven't been able to. I've only been able to work from my phone. But what it's allowed me to do is really embrace the company that I have. Really observe my experiences. Like, how do I feel being in this environment? Like, really embrace what's happening at just what happened this week, and then what I feel being here in Mexico, right? So we're in Playa del Carmen, Mexico. It's about 45 minutes south of Cancun. And if any of you guys have ever learned about Mexico or look up Mexico, it's becoming a huge expat community, especially for blacks. Like, everywhere we go, we see black people, right? And everybody just talks to each other, and they're like, hey, what are you doing? You know, where are you from? Do you live here? Are you visiting or whatever? And what I realized is that we as African Americans in America live in a permanent state of PTSD. We don't know when we leave the house what we're going to encounter. We don't know who we're living next to. We get all this bad news in media. It's endless opposition everywhere, all around us. And we live in a country, honestly, when you leave the country, you see how reckless our country is. Even here in Mexico, They don't. You got to go through hell and high water to get a gun. You're not gonna deal with police pulling you over and you're worrying about if you're gonna lose your life. You don't even deal with like, I know like the cartel and all that stuff is, certain areas, but here it's so peaceful. We're literally staying right across the street from a hospital, and guess what? They don't even turn the sirens on when they're coming in. Like you don't hear sirens all day long, and you don't hear. It's just peaceful. You hear birds, and you hear your thoughts, and you have this level of peace, and people respect each other. Even we noticed yesterday when we went to. There's a little fruit shop that we like to go to every morning. And when we got there, they started seeing us come every morning. We get fresh squeezed juice every morning and like a breakfast sandwich. And they changed the radio for us. They'll put on reggae, or they'll put on whatever music they feel would make us feel comfortable being in their business, right? So it's like, blacks are just received. Like we're looked at, they call us brown sugar. But it really does make you realize like, yo, we stay in a state of stress in America. Like we stay feeling unwanted and rejected and, worried and all these things. I think about my son, the conversations I got to have with him every day about how to handle himself and if such and such happens, right? So being here, you're seeing a lot of people flee. There's a lot of people leaving America. I think last year, they had 10 times more people denounce their American citizenship than in the history of America. So many people, and it's not just, not just African Americans, it's just people in general in America, just sick and tired of it, right? So you have so many people leaving the country, finding other places to call home that's peaceful. And you'll notice here, the expats that are here of all races come together and meet because they hear your accent. Like we were at the pool the other day, and this guy just comes up on us all tatted or whatever, super creative artist guy. And he was like, can I sit with y'all and just talk? And he came and sat with us, and then his friends came over and they wanted to buy us drinks. They were like, whatever you want, we'll get it for you. And we're just hanging out, and they were Southern California folks. So of course I got pumped because I'm from LA, right? And we started talking about where they were from, Orange County, and who lived where and what they did. And it was just amazing. And they were whites, and we had Latinos, we had everybody was just like coming up to each other, like, what are y'all doing tonight? Where are we hanging out? Some people here from New York, some people, it didn't matter what race you were. It was like, we all know that we all wanted to get away from the same thing, the drama in our country, right? And we're coming to find a place of peace and a place of restoration and a place to enjoy ourselves and live life to the fullest. And it was just it's just been beautiful. It's just like, God, like, why couldn't this just be, why couldn't we have this, right? So it's been really amazing to be here. And I think too, one of the greatest things for me was seeing that it's okay to take time for you. When you are parents, when you're wives, when you are business owners, we have a tendency at home to fill our days up with to-dos. Like, I got this to do, I got that to do, I got this project to work on, I got that, I need to run this errand, I got to do that, I got to do that. It's like we go, 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 go. But y'all, since we've been here, we've had chefs, we've had, the maids are here now, we got the pool guys, we're sitting out here by the pool now. They wash our clothes. Last night we had a beautiful dinner on the beach. The chef made a full, I don't know how many course meal. It was just amazing. Listen, everything is half the price, right? It's like you're paying half here to have all those things. The massages is $25. A day at the spa is $25. You go and get a manicure and a pedicure, it might cost you $20, right? So it's like you get this quality of life that is mind-blowing, and you get the peace of mind. And my sister inboxed me yesterday. She was like, Nick, what do they have that we don't have? Because I was talking about how much I love it. I said, joy, peace, and happiness. That's what they got down here. If you want to know what they got, joy, peace, and happiness. That's what's in Mexico. It's a simple life, but it is a place where your brain can not always have to be on, not always processing, not always wondering and thinking and, overexerting itself to the point of stress, like, excessive levels of stress. So it's been really, really good. I will say too, we have brilliant, brilliant women here, y'all. We had amazing people like Cassandra Cummings. You guys may be familiar with her. She runs Stocks and Stilettos, a group that has almost 100,000 people in it. She's really big in teaching us how to invest our money. We had Dontecia Seymour, one of my BFFs. She teaches people how to launch inventions. She's building like we talked about it this weekend, it's like a 10 or 11 figure software company for inventors. And it's huge, just a big, big project. Then we have Danielle Leslie, y'all probably are familiar with her. We had Tara Reid, who teaches you how to create apps without code. You know, we have Kim West, who teaches people how to live the luxury expat life. We had Velvet. She was here. She's launched multiple businesses, is officially retired and traveling the world and living her best life. We just had so many amazing women with a lot of experience, with a lot of success, and with a lot to give and a lot to share. We had Kai here, Kai Revere. She runs KRA Agency. She's a media buyer, so she's huge in the e-com space and you know, spending money on ads, and she helps people $40-50 million. I think that's what she said, her companies, but they make a ton of money. But the point is that you had all of us come together and really get a chance to like invest in each other, right? And I think a lot of times, especially amongst Black women, a lot of people feel like you can't find good people. Y'all, they're all around us. You got to learn to invest in the right circles, right? We've been together this week. We've sewn into each other. We built each other up. We've constantly been, you know, helping each other with breakthroughs in our businesses. We've been trying to find every way possible to get us to realize our greatness. If y'all know anything about me, I run a digital marketing agency that specializes in content creation. So we went crazy on the photo shoots and making sure we took advantage of the opportunities, talking about our stories, how to tell a story, how to get your message across, how to connect with your audience, how to do those things, right? But it's just been a week of filling up our own cups. And it's also been a week of being reminded of who you are and what you are capable of and the impact that you can have and the experiences that you need to share more of, right? Because I think a lot of us have a lot to give, but we compare ourselves. We look at what everybody else is doing and we shrink back and be like, oh, mine doesn't look like them, or I can't do it like they do, or I haven't had the level of success that they had, or we start comparing notes. And the truth is, who cares? Because it's your journey, it's your story. And like Kim is here, we'll do a video on the way to the airport. And Kim has lived all over the world. She's traveling everywhere all the time. And she was like, you know, thank you for showing me that it's okay to share my life because I don't want to come across as boastful. And I said, well, listen, I said, there's two ways that you can do this. Some people think that it's coming across boastful, but if you realize that you're treating your life like a documentary, where I'm bringing people on a journey with me to experience something with me. It's not about showing you, aha, look at my life, I have this, and you should want it. It's not that. It's not done with that intent. It's done with the intent to say, look at what I've been able to accomplish and look and see what's possible, because if it's possible for me, it's possible for you, right? It's the ability to show people what's possible. And so we have to do better at understanding that our journeys are not typical, right? We have a tendency of thinking everybody lives like we live. Everybody gets to do what we do. Everybody gets to experience what we experience. Everybody has access to this, and they don't. There are so many people that are trying to find their way, and they don't know where to start. And everything that you've accomplished is everything that they're looking for, and they're wishing they had somebody like you to be able to help them navigate and figure out how to get started, how to do it, where to start, you know. And so her gift is, Kim's gonna be launching a course on how to live a luxury expat life. How do you live, like we're at her house now, so she got like let me show y'all, she got like look, the pool with the swan, right? We sitting out here, the house looks like a Miami house. It's real modern. And it's really cool. So she's able to create a life like she had in America, but here in Mexico. And so we just began to talk about, like, we're not boasting, we're sharing and showing what's possible, and we're laying out blueprints with our business models, and we're coaching, and we're providing courses, and we're giving insight on here's what you can do if you want to do the exact same thing. And so Instagram's not working. I don't know why. Um, but yeah, so it's been really good. It's been an opportunity, I know, for me to be reminded of a lot of things. It's been an opportunity for me to connect with other folks and realize that I have value to bring to the table. There's a lot of things that the world needs that I have not been doing, right? And that also it's okay to pull away. Um, Getting out of America has been life-saving. It's just like I needed this 1 week off to realize like everybody's life is not chaotic like ours is in that country. Our country is super chaotic, y'all. The level of discourse and conflict, and it's like when you leave, you realize the world is looking at us like y'all look like a bunch of preschool children that have no control, and you have no level of like ownership over a we're United States of America, right? Of a united way for the best benefit of your country and your people. Like, it's the complete opposite. Sad, but it is. And so, it's been good. It's been really good to get away. I am not looking forward to coming back. We leave today, and my body is like, no. But I have family at home, right? But I am looking forward to continuously processing from what I got out of this trip and being able to just really, like create a different way of living, and stop denying myself what I deserve, which is investing in me and making sure that I keep a place and space of mental support. Like I feel like these trips that we're on right now I said I want to do a trip like this at least once a quarter for a week. Every quarter, go somewhere for a whole week, preferably out of the country, and just detox, because we live in a toxic country. It's toxic. It's toxic. Like, I don't look forward to coming back. From the media and the news that they pump us every day, just the nonsense that we deal with. It's toxic. It's very toxic. I appreciate our freedoms and stuff like that, but it's toxic. And so that's like, just these kind of things is a good way to, just to be reminded. Even being here, I was talking to a lot of the locals, and because so many people are moving here, they're making life expensive here, right? So all the expats come into these countries with money, and the real estate here is pretty pricey. And it's making the locals have a very hard life. And we don't realize like the impact that we have, the influence that we have, even in scenarios like this, and how can we contribute to the economy that we're in. Like, we have so much opportunity, y'all, that most people don't have, right? We have a lot of like privilege as Americans, period. We have a lot of privilege. You got people down here who it's like all of us are doing some kind of entrepreneurial business model. People down here opening up restaurants and businesses and doing so many different things. Cost of living is so much cheaper. People live in very good quality of lives. But then there's those of us who don't do anything with the opportunities that we have, and we don't know how to become contributors, and we don't know how to stimulate the economy. Like, we live in a scarcity mindset, not an abundant mindset. We don't know how to allow our resources to work for us for the good of everybody, right? Meaning your money, right? It's just a lot of stuff. And so I spend a lot of time with the locals. We do a lot of local business, right? We go to the local restaurants and, just give them tips and stuff like that, and really try to talk to them and get to know like what is life like for them and how they feel about all the expats coming, and what that experience is. And I think one of the biggest challenges is the expat privilege. Coming here and trying to make people in their country feel like they need to be catered to our way of doing things. And so it's a lot that we have to learn as Americans, but it definitely is a great experience. It has been renewing, refreshing. Life is just simple. So I gotta come back. I come back today. And that's it. So I'll be coming. One of the things that I'm going to start doing is getting back to doing luxury masterminds for established entrepreneurs, right? not just to come hang out, but for what we did this weekend to start doing it for other business owners to really get into their businesses, get into their goals, get into their vision, help them to begin to really get some clarity on some things, develop some confidence in certain areas, and get to a place as well where the execution happens, right? Because it's all good to be like, oh, I want to build my business to a certain level, but are you doing anything with it? Like, a lot of people invest in stuff and don't do nothing with it. Um, and so we'll have a lot more masterminds and things like that. And we'll start doing content. I'm gonna do content trips. We got so much good content out of this event. So I want to do a luxury content retreat. And that's basically where we go to different locations all over the world and we produce 90 days worth of content. And it does depend on your business model, right? You know, not everybody's a lifestyle business. So it depends on what your industry is. It'll be very selective. It has to cater to what you do and who your audience is. You have to be a good fit for us. We're not trying to be, we're not gonna change what we're doing, but it's a select audience that will benefit from what we're gonna do. But it'll give us a chance to sit with you, map out your content, talk about how to tell your story, talk about how to connect with your audience, talk about how to produce your content in a way that is engaging, but also highly converting, right? Because when you're building content on the internet, it is designed for you to have a call to action to convert them to something, to do something, right? And so, yeah, Jaleesa, content retreat. And honestly, that's what it's turned into here. Most of the business owners here, you'll find that people who have really successful businesses are hardly on social media. They're not social media people. And they don't have to be because their businesses are done through paid ads and, you know, they have different ways and methods through media buying that they build their businesses. So a lot of them are not picture takers and they're not, you know, out there kind of people on the internet all day. Most of them barely open up Facebook, barely open up Instagram. They have a team that does all of that for them. But what they're realizing is as they're starting to build up their tribe and have these amazing experiences, the content is supportive to their messaging, and so they're getting more engaged in wanting to produce content. So we did a lot of stuff. Like we did a lot of brainstorming this weekend and helping people produce things. And I got a couple of VIP days with these ladies where I'm gonna sit down and help them build some content stuff out. So it's been really good. But we'll be doing some content labs and content retreats where we'll go to different places and you'll walk away with 90 days worth of content, your clear storytelling, messaging for your audience. You'll have a very good idea about brand messaging and all that stuff. So it'll be really good. It'll be good. So these are the kind of things that came out of this week for me, that I need to do more of that. A lot of people just don't know what I do because a lot of folks come to me who know what I do when they just hire me behind the scenes. I don't promote it. So I have to get a lot better at packaging myself. I package everybody else. I don't package myself at all. So Jaleesa is helping me with that, right? We're like the hairstylists who everybody here, they lead a shop with their hair lit and then you lead a shop and your hair is a hot mess. You barely do your own hair, right? So yeah, that's what it's been, y'all. I feel like I'm mumbling, but as we're getting ready to leave this beautiful place, there's the swan is just listening to me. Look, the swan just sitting here listening. Swan is like, what you talking about? What you talking about? And she got this pillow, this blue pillow, talking about, where's the cabana boy? Right? I need the cabana boy in my life. But yeah, so it's been good. Now we got to come back to reality. And do I want to? Absolutely not. I would. You know, it's like I was telling them, we sold everything in 2015, 2016 to live this life. We thought we would be nomads and travel the world. And then I got sick and life just fell apart and we never ever got to take the first trip. So this was like a full circle moment for me to come on this trip. Because this is a life that I dreamed of for my family and I. And it just gave me like a glimpse of like, it's still possible, boo. You can have it all. You can still live in the States and you can come over here for a couple of months. So yeah, I'm loving it. And I'm bringing my family back. We're gonna all come back to Mexico and probably stay here for a couple weeks and they get to experience it, but it's good. It's good. No, this is all good. Candy combos in Mexico. It is. I don't know what happened. My Instagram is acting up. Or maybe it's my phone. My phone acting up. But yeah, so that's it. Um, candy combos in, where am I? In Mexico. And I hope it inspires y'all. Right? That's the whole goal. It's like, let's see. Let's see if it's gonna go back live. See if it'll pull back up. Instagram. I don't know if this thing gonna work. Try to get it together. All right. Can be a total reality, Nick. Yes, it's still possible. The fam will love it, and Chloe will start looking at places. You already know Chloe been looking at places. Chloe was like, so how much square footage is where you at? How much does it cost, Mom? Is it a luxury place? Is it modern? What city does it look like? Oh, that looks like Miami architecture. My daughter is so, so funny. So she's super excited. Yeah, it is possible. And you know what, here's what I would say. Another big lesson, because I wish she was here, but she left. Velvet is, she's really good at diagnosing like internal sabotage and a lot of things from a traumatic past that makes us settle, right? And we were talking, and she said, when you encounter something that you find yourself complaining about consistently and you stay there, it's like you're allowing yourself to be committed to a toxic environment, right? And so when we are in places that are not bringing us joy, she was like, you gotta find what brings you joy. You gotta find what makes you happy. You have to identify what gives you pleasure. We went shopping, right? I went to the mall, and I am very simple. I will find a simple short, a simple shirt. I will find workout clothes, something that's, conveniently comfortable for me. And she will come out with the sequence dress. She will come out with the glittery tops. Everything about her is the best of what she can find. And she said, I only buy things that make me happy. I only buy things that bring me joy. And that reminds me of that show with Marie Kondo, right? It's like, when you go into your closet and you want to put on something, does the clothes in your closet bring you joy? Or do the clothes in your closet make you feel bad about yourself, make you sad, right? And so we talked about that about our life. Like, are you happy with where you are in your life? Does where you live bring you joy? Does it bring you pleasure? Does it excite you? Does it, where you're connected to? And here's the thing, we've become accustomed to settling. We've become accustomed to accepting whatever happens. We become accustomed to, sacrificing everything. We feel like we got to sacrifice all the time and delay our process of experiencing something amazing, because that's how we've been taught, but that's not real. We have complete control to change our circumstances. We have complete control to change our options. We have options, right? And so that's what this trip taught me. It's like, girl, you got options. Like, stop torturing yourself, staying in scenarios that don't feel good to you. So, yeah, and that's why I stayed a few extra days. It was like the thought of coming back to the country, and I just didn't feel like I had enough of a processing period, So anywho, Kim is in there wrapping up. We're gonna get ready to hop. Our driver will be here shortly, and we gotta head. The airport is like 45 minutes away. So I told her we'll do a video on the way to the airport. And she can kind of tell you, she lives here, she's lived in Thailand, but she's been all over the world, everywhere, probably every continent so far. Most of them have who were here. They're all world travelers. And there's a lot of like groups here. Here she comes. Hey. You coming to join me?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I was just talking about you. How funny. Come on this couch.
Hi.
Yes, come on this couch. We got Instagram there.
Okay.
And then we have Facebook here.
Well, hello, Instagram and Facebook. How to do it.
I was just talking to them about you traveling the country, but how we have options to choose how we want to live. Tell them what you do, Kim.
I do a great many things. I am a serial entrepreneur and have been since I was 14. Currently own 6 businesses. The one that I am most active in, however, is the travel business and coaching women over the age of 40 to go out and live their absolute most incredible and best lives. I create these luxury experiences for people here in Playa del Carmen, whether it's a mastermind, whether it's a vacation, but I show people a different way of living. You don't have to have the life that you are having right now. There are different ways of living. So that's what I teach people to do and have been very successful at it. Have brought a bunch of people here to Playa del Carmen and they see what's available and they've gone off and they've gone and moved to other places on their own. Some have stayed here in Playa, but we're not put here to struggle. And Americans are the least apt to travel outside of the United States. In fact, the majority of Americans have never been outside of the state that they live in.
Yeah.
There is a great, big, beautiful world, and it's a world of opportunity, it's a world of love, it's a world of experiences. So instead of building all of these material things, a lot of us have chosen to build experiences, and I help provide some absolutely incredible experiences for people. So that's what I do.
I love it. I love it. And tell them just this weekend, what has this weekend meant for you and your business?
This weekend has meant so much for me and my business. I am a computer nerd. I am usually behind the laptop, typing away. And this weekend has meant not only the sisterhood and the fellowship and all of the great people that we met. Hi, I see somebody said, hey, Kimberly. All of the great people that I was able to meet and some that I had already had known. But this weekend, I learned a great deal from my sisters, and that's always a great thing. I learned content from Nicole. I learned how to pose. I learned how to frame shots because for some of my other businesses. So I learned that. I learned about inventions from Dantisha. I learned from Kai. I learned a bunch of stuff from Kai. Just listening to the different perspectives. I learned some things from Tara. So everyone that was here, Katrina took some photographs that I was just like, wow. So we were able to love on each other. We were able to support each other in our businesses. We were able to have some great conversations and suggest ways of resolving particular issues that we may have in each business. So it was one of those weekends where we built each other up. Iron sharpens iron, and that's exactly what happened this weekend. So I have a whole bunch of new content for my business, for actually 3 of my businesses, which is due to this woman right here. We'll be putting that out very shortly, and it's been an incredible weekend.
It's been awesome.
Yeah.
And so that's a wrap. That's what we got to share. So we're going to wrap this up, y'all. We got to pack and get up out of here.
Yes.
Of course, we'll constantly be putting out content. Kim will be coming on to talk more about trips that we'll be doing, and we have a lot to look forward to, but
Yes.
This is the beginning of something amazing. So we're going to go, y'all. We got to get up out of here. So see you guys later. Thanks for joining us, and y'all have a great day. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.